In September 1988, I stepped foot on a college campus. I was so excited because in high school, I was in the honors program. And for my 4 years in this honors program, I was prepared to go into a university setting. I walked into, with all confidence in the world, my English 101 course. And the professor gave us a passage, and he asked the question, how was the gerund used in the text? All hands went up around me. And as I looked around the room, being the only student of color in the room, I realized right away that I was the only person who didn't know the answer. My confidence was deflating in 5 seconds. The young lady who walked in that room ready to take on the world felt like the world left without her. So the question I have for you today, are you a giver or are you a taker? Do the practices in your school give equitable experiences that lead to student achievement? Or do your practices take away from your students' chances to compete with their counterparts across the state, the country, and the world?
You see, we have a picture of equity. The definition of equity is systems in place that every child has an equal chance for success, equity, and collective efficacy. Let's think about that. Educational equity means making sure every student has the support and access they need to be successful. Collective efficacy is defined by Albert Bandura, a psychologist at Stanford University, as a group's shared belief in its conjoint capability to organize and execute the courses of action required to produce given levels of attainment. So what does that really mean? It means that you and your school have a shared belief that all the students can achieve. Professor John Hattie utilized Rachel Eel's research as the basis for his list of factors that influence student achievement. Collective efficacy is 3 times more powerful and predictive to student achievement than socioeconomic status. Let that sink in. Collective efficacy is more than double the effect of prior achievement, more than triple the effect of home environment and parental involvement. So let's think, is our shared belief really about being a giver or a taker? Collective efficacy influences how educators feel, think, motivate themselves, and behave. It's a major contributor to a school's culture. Collective efficacy has a ripple effect. When a leader is intentional in their work, it influences a teacher to be more intentional about their work, which creates equitable experiences for their students.
Givers of equitable experience for students are continuous learners. So in order for you to give equitable experience to students, you have to continue to improve yourself. Equitable or givers of equitable experiences are committed to ensuring that they are exposing students to learning opportunities that will permit them to compete in a 21st century world. Givers of equitable experiences are preparing students for the future, not just to pass a test. So the questions I ask you, are your PLCs or your professional learning communities intentional learning environments, or are they just scheduling, or are you just scheduling meetings because you are required to do so? Efficacy improves when the givers of learning are confident when they present content to students. Givers of equitable experiences don't make statements like, I can't, I don't want to, I've been doing it this way, or do I really have to do that?
Change is hard. To change your ways really means evolution, not changing your original fabric as an individual. The teacher you were when you first started shouldn't be the teacher you were year 5, 10, or even when you retire. You have to evolve. Are you a giver or a taker? Are you giving equitable experiences? Are you making sure that the collective efficacy that is happening in your building and in your classroom is geared to student achievement?
Keep in mind, whenever you refuse to learn, whenever you refuse to change, whenever you refuse to move with the times, you are unintentionally causing inequitable experiences for your students. So the question again, are you a giver or are you a taker? Are you giving equitable experiences or are you taking away students' ability